Very Science Fest Madrid 2025 reunited in the center of the city some of the most influential voices of current scientific and humanistic thought. During one afternoon, the Calao cinemas became a space for collective reflection on the past, present, and future, with presentations that addressed from genetics and neuroscience to history and ethics. If you like the content we are sharing, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Your support is essential to keep creating more interesting material about science and humanities. One of the interventions that aroused the most attention was that of Juan Luis Arsuaga, who posed a question as old as uncomfortable: whether human beings are good or bad by nature. Arsuaga made it clear from the beginning that it was not an abstract philosophical question, but a scientific question. The paleoanthropologist framed this issue in an even broader problem, that of our own identity as a species. To ask about the origins is also to ask about our nature, because what we are today is the result of a long evolutionary history. Arsuaga pointed out that if you do not know your evolutionary history, you are amnesiac. Evolution fulfills the function of a deep memory without which humanity cannot understand itself. From this point, the analysis shifted to our closest evolutionary relatives. Chimpanzees and bonobos share practically the same genetic distance with humans, but show very different social behaviors. Chimpanzees live in hierarchical and aggressive societies, while bonobos resolve conflicts through social alliances, especially between females. Arsuaga recalled that we share 99% of our genes with chimpanzees, suggesting that in that percentage, the traits associated with violence could also be there. However, the existence of bonobos introduces an unknown. Biology does not determine a single way to organize socially. The reflection then took a leap towards the fossil record, highlighting the Atapuerca site, where evidence of organized human violence has been found. Arsuaga described remains of individuals killed and consumed by other humans, a clear case of systematic intergroup aggression. However, evidence has also been found of different behaviors, such as intentional accumulations of corpses without cannibalism marks. These practices suggest care and compassion towards the deceased, complicating simple explanations about human nature. One striking example was that of a girl with a cranial malformation who survived thanks to the group's care. Arsuaga also mentioned cases of elderly individuals who would not have survived without help, indicating solidarity in the community. In spite of these examples of care, fossils also show signs of interpersonal violence. Skulls with trauma and injuries indicate that violence was common in the lives of our ancestors, leading us to a complex conclusion about our nature. The question as to whether we are good or bad by nature does not have a simple answer. Arsuaga concluded that tribalism is the key, since we are cooperative within our group and exclusive towards others. This pattern has coexisted throughout human history.